Today I'm going to create stack navigation in React Native. So as of now, I created a basic project. So this is the default theme of the React Native project. So to use navigation in your project, you need to install certain plugins. So if you go to React navigation document, so type React navigation in Google, you can find documentation of the React navigation. Yeah, here you can see what are the plugins we need to install before using the navigation. So it shows right npm install React navigation native. So I'm going to copy it. So what I'll do is I will install it in my project. It's done. Next it asks us to install React Native gesture handler, React Native reanimated certain things. So I'm going to copy it and I'll paste it over here. It's done. And after that it says to import React Native gesture handler in our project, like maybe index.js or app.js. In this case it's like app.js. So before going to add it in our project, what I will do is I will create a folder for screens. This contains two files. One is for home.js and one is for details. So what we'll do today is like there will be a screen, and if you click certain button it redirects to another screen, and we'll also make like sending data from one screen to another, like sending data from home screen to detail screen. So what I'll do is I'll copy this app.js, I'll paste it here, and I will name it as home, and instead of this default text I will name it as home screen. Same way I will do it in details. So here I will make it as details, and text I will make it as details screen. I will import these two files in our app.js. So import home from screens home. Same like that I will import details too. Screen/details. And now I'll go through the documentation. So here it asks us to import React Native gesture handler. I copied it and I save it. And then so to create navigation we have to use navigation container, and this navigation container is in React navigation native. So import navigation container in your project, and here I'm going to remove this and I will use navigation container. And we have different types of navigation, right? Stack, tab and drawer. So today we are going with stack navigation. So to use stack navigation you need to install stack plugin. So you can see here, right, npm install React navigation stack. So I'm going to copy it, so I paste it here, and we need to import one more link, like import create stack navigator from React navigation stack. So I'm going to copy it. That allows us to create stack navigation. So I'm going to take a constant variable and I will name it as stack. This stores the React stack navigation container. So what I'll do is stack dot, I'm using navigation, right? So navigator. Here I'll mention the tabs like menu links. So what I'll do is stack dot, we'll name it as screen, and we will give the name of the screen. Here I will name it as home, and on click home it has to redirect to this component. It has to redirect to home component. Same like that I will create one more screen and I will name it as details, and on click details it has to redirect to details screen. That's it. If I save it, so here you can see, right, the text has changed to home screen, and here the title is like home. So if you want to change the title of the screen, we have different options. So if you go to the documentation page, like not here, here you can see, right, we have an options. So using options you can set the title. So I'm setting the home title. I'm using options, and I will mention the title as welcome screen, maybe first screen, anything. Save. So if you see here, the title of the screen is like welcome screen. Now what I will do is, now I will add a button over here. So on click button, it has to redirect to another screen. So I'm going over to home page. Here I'm going to add one more button, and I will name it as go to details page. So if you see the app, we got a link. So if you click it, nothing is happening. So to move between screens, we have option for on press. So I'm using on press equal to. So here we need to mention to which screen we are going to move. So to move between screens, we will use a thing called navigation. Okay. So here we will name it as navigation dot navigate, where we want the screen to navigate. I want it to details page, because here we have given the name as details, right? So that's what I have given here, details. So if you see here, if you click on go to details, it redirect to details page. In the same way, if I want to pass the data from home screen to another screen, we can use it as like, so I want to use two parameters, one with the help of name, and I will name it as geeks, and I will send an ID also, and I'll make it as 10. So from this screen we are sending two parameters. So if you want to retrieve in details page, we need to use row. So what I will do is I am going to create one more variable and a constant variable, and I will name it as name. Here I will use route dot params dot name, and I will display it. So name. If you go to the app, if you click on go to details page, you can see here geeks. So we are getting data from the previous screen. Same like that, if you want to get the value of ID, you can create one more constant, you can name it, and you can display it over here. Now what I want to do is I want to change the title, background color, and text color, and I want to make the text a bit bold. So if you go to the documentation, here we have like configuring the header bar. Here you can see the CSS. So in options, if you set like header style background to different, or here this is something like orange color, so I'm going to copy this. I want to change the background for home screen, so I paste it. Now if you see, the background got changed, right? Now I want to change the text color. Here the text color, we'll mention it as tint color. I'm making it as white. Now I want to make the, if you see the change, the text will change to white color. So sorry, just a second, it has to be over here. I saved it. Now you can see text color changed to white, right? Now I want to make the text a bit bold. So here we have one more option, header title style to bold. See, you can see, right? So just one more thing, by default I want to set the title using the data which I send from one screen to another. For that we have an option. If you go over here, we have an option called root title, setting the title from root parameters. So what I will do is I will copy this and I will use it for detail screen. So I am sending the title as name. So if you click on go to details, the title changed to gigs which I have sent from one screen to another. And if you want to change the title, background color and text for every stack screen, so instead of writing this CSS options in each screen, you can write it like here, like directly stack navigator. So that also you can see over here in documentation. If you go a bit, see, instead of writing CSS for each screen, if you write this CSS for stack navigator itself, I'm writing over here for stack navigator. So I'm giving the same CSS. You can see it applied for front page and also it applied for the another page. So if you have any questions, please do mention in the comments. Thank you.